Yo, what's up YouTube? It's me, BadChoiceNoah or Noah, whatever you want to call me, and today we are going to this thing called a Michigan Sneaker Exchange. It's basically just like, if you ever heard of SneakerCon, it's just a little small one. It's just been starting up, so we're here to go check it out because my cousin's here, and yeah, so let's go look at some cool shoes and some other Supreme Babe collectibles and like that. Let's go. Alright, so, I mean, we couldn't talk in there because the speakers were so loud, but I got some B-roll for you guys, so hope you guys enjoyed that.
He wouldn't let me buy anything.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure they only took cash only, so
yeah,
whatever. So
there were some cool Yeezys I wanted though.
So right now we're probably gonna head to the shop, I'm guessing, or something. I don't know. We're gonna do something fun, so let's do it. Alright guys, so we are switching it up a little bit. We're gonna, I don't know why, but earlier this morning we were talking about ghost stories or something and we didn't really get into it, so we decided to just vlog it.
Yeah.
So you said you had a really scary one. I don't really have one right now, but you can go and tell yours.
Well, I have a bunch of scary stuff, I mean, that kind of happened throughout my life, but I am a total believer in this stuff, you know what I mean?
Me too.
You know, I love paranormal, I love, you know, UFO stuff, cryptozoology, all that stuff, but let me take you to one specific story. I was about 17 years old and I was working at a pet shop called The Pet Vendor, and I used to live in my mom's basement, and what it was, you'd go down the stairs and you'd have to go all the way across the basement into this little room that I used to stay in, and I don't know why we built the room like all the way across the basement, but my whole childhood, I think most people don't like basements, but my whole childhood I was really afraid of our basement. So when I was about 13 or so, I moved down there, but my room was so small that I had like a lazy boy, you know, chair that I used to go out and have some speakers and I would play music at night to try to get myself to fall asleep because I'm a terrible sleeper. But so that was my nightly routine. So one night I like sitting in my chair, got the music going, and I dozed off. It was probably, you know, 1:30 or so in the morning, and I remember being like kind of rudely awake and like, whoa, like something was in my face, you know, and you know, it was wild. I woke up and there was this black mass in my face, and then I remember just like a flutter, like, and it like fluttered off into the darkness of the basement, and I remember like really freaking out. But you know, then my rational mind starts thinking, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, this is just, I was dreaming. So I get up really quick and I run right around, you know, my chair into my room and I slam the door. And I remember like getting in my bed and being like kind of panicked, like what the heck just happened? But it's going to be okay. And then about 30 seconds later, literally I start hearing like knocking on the walls of my room. Now you gotta remember, this is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. My mom and my stepdad were the only people that lived in the house besides me, and they lived upstairs in their bedroom, and I hear this knocking, and it's just like, and I'm like freaking out. I'm thinking like, is there someone in the house? Is this a practical joke? You know, what's going on? And literally this knocking goes on legitimately for like till like 5:30 in the morning when my mom used to wake up for work. And so we're talking like literally like 3 hours of like knocking and kind of shaking, and I was just freaking out. I'm in my room just huddled up, and this was before cell phone.
Just real quick, what am I doing with my face? I look completely lost. Yeah, so excuse that. I have no clue why I was doing that.
Phones. I didn't have a phone in my room. I couldn't call anybody. I was just stuck in this room in the basement. If I, you know, opened the door, I'd have to run all the way across the dark basement to the stairways to get upstairs. No way I was running through that basement with those noises going on out there. So I was really freaking out. So regardless, finally 5 o'clock in the morning comes. I hear my mom upstairs. You know, I can hear her turning on the faucet, doing dishes and stuff like that, getting ready for work. So I literally like scream. I'm like, Mom! She like, you know, turns the light on, comes down the stairs and turns the basement light on. And by the way, the basement light was on the stairs, so I couldn't even turn the light on from my room. It was dark the whole way. So she turns on, I come out and I tell her the story, and of course she thinks I'm crazy or whatever the case may be. So I'm just like freaking out. I go upstairs, I literally fall asleep on the couch. And again, I worked at a pet shop, and I worked with a guy named Dennis Ritowski, and we used to always say that his mom had like the bat phone to God, because she was this like psychic chick that seemed to like foresee the future and all this. It was really crazy. So anyways, I go to work at 10 o'clock to this pet shop, and Dennis comes up to me and he says, Brian, are you okay? And I go, yeah, why? You know, I mean, I didn't tell anyone about this experience yet. He goes, my mom woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and said that you were under attack, and she prayed for you all night long. And so that was wild, number one. And then to make things even weirder is I come home from work that night at like 6 o'clock that night, and my stepdad's mad at me. And I'm like, you know, like he's obviously pissed at me. And I go, what's going on? He goes, you kept me up all night, crashing things around the basement. I don't know if you're moving stuff around. You know, I had to sleep and get up to work. So, I mean, literally, we had my dad heard the noise. My friend's mom wakes up in the middle of the night and prays for me all night long. And to me, that kind of just validated, you know, that something really did happen, you know. And I remember being so afraid to go back downstairs to bed the next night. And I think it was probably a month or two before I actually sat in that chair at night, because I was so terrified.
Guys, this basement is one of the creepiest basements ever. Like, it is so bad. Like, it's so scary to me that my mom used to have to do laundry down there sometimes, and I would want to go with her just because I didn't want her to be alone, because that's how creepy it is. And like, I can't even explain it to you guys, but I'm sure most of you guys have like an experience like that. And I know a lot of people are skeptical too, and it's totally understandable, because like you're just like really like rational and you think through things and stuff, but like you just gotta do some like research and stuff, I guess, because this stuff, it affects a lot of people, and it's really crazy to think about it, especially like a bunch of kids and stuff. They always see ghosts and stuff, and they say it like all the time, and the parents are like, we just like kind of brush it off as like, oh, you're just seeing things, you're a kid. But like, everyone's been a kid, and I know I used to like have experiences and stuff, and it's really creepy, and it's weird how like you kind of grow out of it. And
yeah, I think as you get older, you start to rationalize it. You almost like shut it down, you know?
And you like don't accept it.
Yeah, you don't accept it. As kids, you're kind of more open to it and why. And I don't know if it's like energy or spirits or demons. I have no idea what it is, but different planes. I mean, I can't explain it, but there's no doubt that there's, you know, too many people, and that's just one experience of hundreds of experiences that I had as a kid. And I know Noah's had stuff, and it's almost everyone I know has had something happen. So definitely let us know in the comments what your crazy ghost story is.
Yes, let us know in the comments. And then also, crap, I was just about to say something, but I forgot. I wasn't thinking about it. But a lot of people believe in like darker energy, and I used to be this way too, but like my mind's kind of opening up a little bit. Like, I don't know why, but like I think it's because the darker presences are more prominent to people. But if I've been thinking about it, and it's just like, let me know what you guys think too. It's like, if there is dark stuff that obviously affects people, like demons and stuff like that, that is torturing or just teasing with people, then there obviously has to be a goodness to this, the good to it too. So like angels and demons and stuff. So I want to know your guys' thoughts, because I don't know what to believe, but I just want to hear what you guys have to say. And so yeah, that was just a little ghost story.
Yeah, a little ghost story for you guys. If you guys want more, like I said, Noah can share some more. I certainly have a ton more. I'm happy to do it, whether we do another one of these videos on Noah's channel, or we do a live. Maybe sometime we can do a live and just go off for hours, interact with you guys. You can tell us your stories, we'll tell you our stories.
Yeah, we really need to start a podcast.
Yeah, that's the other thing we definitely want. We're actually renting a place pretty soon, within the next month or so, and one of the things we're going to do is make that into a podcast room for me and Noah. He can do podcasts, I can do podcasts, and then we can maybe even have some guests on and stuff like that. So like, you know, you guys call in and Talk about your crazy stories.
That was it for this part, so let's go on to the next part of our vlog. So, I don't know if you guys have seen like the viral videos that have been going on where people have their blankets and they like throw them up and then their dog gets all confused. Well, Phoebe's like really a weird dog. She likes to be around my mom and stuff, and she really is like connected with her in a way. So I want my mom to do that. And I'll insert a clip here so you guys know what I'm talking about if you don't know. So and anyway, so that's what we're gonna do, and I'm excited because they look funny like the Twitter videos and stuff, so let's go do it with Phoebe.
Stay. Phoebe. 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 What'd you do?
She just, I don't know, she just kind of turned around and she didn't really care. She was like, because I don't think it worked because you were still visible. You didn't go fast enough. Like when the thing fell, I could see your back.
Try it again.
I don't know if it'll work again. Alright, we reviewed the footage and we came to the conclusion that she was confused and she actually didn't know where my mom went. So, I guess it was pretty successful. Some of the other reactions were funnier that I've seen, but that was still pretty funny. Also, if you guys have a dog and you want to try it out, send me the video because I'm interested to see how your guys' dogs react, and type it down in the comments if you've done it and what your dogs acted like. Go do it.